Producing an audio podcast. Podium is excellent at creating audio podcasts. Let me show you how to do this using the chapters tool to develop the sequencing of the audio. If we just click here to create a podcast, and then the track that we're going to record on is shown here. We'll select that first and we'll put the chapters tool on. The podcast we're going to do, let's do one about poems, and let's do one about the wind here. So this first chapter in this episode of our podcast about poems is going to have an intro, and I'll just introduce the poem. Here we go. An exciting poem, The Wind on the Hill by A. Milne. So something as quick and simple as that will do for an intro. You could add anything you like to it. And what you can do now, if you pause to begin with, you could always select that bit like that and cut that bit out so it starts more quickly. And you can take some more of the spaces out if you want. Let's add another chapter here. And this is going to be the poem itself, and let's record that. If that's important. No one can tell me, nobody knows where the wind comes from or where the wind goes. It's travelling from somewhere as fast as it can, and I couldn't keep up with it, not if I ran. And if I let go of the string of my kite, it would fly with the wind for a day and a night. And if I found it wherever it blew, I would know that the wind had been there too. And then I could tell them where the wind goes. But where the wind comes from, nobody knows. So we'll just stop that. And that's the second bit recorded. So if I'd made a mistake in the first or the second bit, I could go back and record just those bits again, instead of having to edit the whole thing. Let's just add a final bit here. And we'll have an outro, the ending, and if I record. So there you have it. A podcast episode about a poem recorded with an intro, a middle bit, and an outro. And it could have any number along that line. Saves you going back and editing all the main track. You can edit in bits. A very, very useful tool.